Good afternoon. My name is LaDaria Moore, and this video submission is in regards to 2nd and 3rd grade mathematics standard TEKS that I have created for 2.3a and 3.3a. Now, the students will all then be given a fractional book that will be already created and stapled for them, 2 models, a glue stick, pencil, and crowns, okay? Now, the students will then be asked to write on their first page fraction book and their first and last name. So we will do that now. Fraction book, their first and last name. Mrs. Moore. Fraction book, Mrs. Moore. This would help with their writing skills. The students will then be asked to move on to page 1. Now, before we start the assignment where we would glue the model, I would ask them to pick up the first one. And for their prior knowledge, I would ask them to identify this figure. All students will then be able to tell me that this figure shape is a square. Now, to identify the fraction, we would be able to see that the square is shaded in, okay? And that it is half of the figure shape. So that will let us know that this fraction shaded in is 1/2. The students will then be directed to use their glue stick and glue down this model. Now, once all students have then glued this, I would ask them in this small square here to write the fraction of this model, which is the shaded part, 1/2. We would use the pencil, 1/2, okay? The students will then be instructed to flip to page number 2. Same thing, but a different model. We will go over their prior knowledge, asking what is the shape of this figure? The students should all then be able to tell me that this figure is a triangle. Now, this triangle is also shaded in, straight down of the triangle. The students should be able to tell me that the shaded part is half of the triangle. So this fraction of the triangle is 1/2. The students were asked to pick up their glue stick again and go ahead and glue down this model. Once this model of the triangle is glued down, we would go over it again, and I would ask the students, what is the fraction of this model figure, which should be 1/2 of the triangle. We would pick up our pencil again and write 1/2. So again, we have gone over this fraction book of the figure shape of a square, 1/2. The figure shape of a triangle that is shaded in, 1/2. Thank you.